So who is he?
He's Jones Beach.
Alright YouTube, tonight's the night. I'm seeing a movie I've been super hyped about. Well, at first I didn't think much of this movie, which I'm not going to repeat everything I said in my 300 subscriber special, because if you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to the description, a link to the video in the description below, MJ, if you want to go back and check that out. Thank you for the comments. Moving on, I made a video on the movie Companion talking about how the trailer was more intriguing the more I saw it as I watched movies in the theaters, and even just seeing this trailer in general and reading a little bit about what this movie's going to be about. I am really excited, so stay tuned for my spoiler-free review. I believe this is actually an early screening for the movie, which explains why it's so much earlier than it normally is, because I've sometimes seen movies the day before, but 3 days before, that's unheard of for me. But you know, the movie theater also looked pretty crowded on the ticket sales, but you know, I'm super excited to see this, and I'm repeating myself way too much. So one thing I will say before I dive into my spoiler-free review is I have been a little slow with the artwork, but there will be a wonderful February sketchbook tour on the first day of February, or the second or third, or whenever I decide to make it. So look forward to that, and I'll dive into the review now. All right, YouTube, here's my lucky little cat. I got this Japanese cat in Epcot and Disney World, I believe. I don't know if Disneyland, Disney World, get them confused, but I know I said I'd be talking about the movie, but there were some other thoughts I wanted to share before I do that. That I was following the reviews, or very early reviews rather, that's why I put in air quotes, of this movie, and a lot of the early reviews were either like a 1 or a 10, which had me thinking this was going to be a super polarizing movie and super unconventional, which, you know, I admire. But since then the reviews are looking a little higher. Not that it super influences my opinion, but it does have me a lot more curious, and does admittedly make me a little more excited for the movie, because figure if it's either, the reviews are either 1 or 10, it's going to be like, okay, I don't know what to expect out of this movie. But if it's a more consistently well-received movie, it has me more at ease. But the movie's runtime does look fairly short, which is also good, because I remember Y2K was short, but it wasn't the greatest movie ever. I think it wasn't even in theaters that long, but I did enjoy it, admittedly, guilty pleasure. But that was last year. This is the year 2025, so I'm really excited to watch this movie. I'll stop beating around the bush, but one thing I do want to say is I will also show up a drawing in this video, so I guess I lied. I'm not going to stop beating around the bush just yet. And this drawing is of Mr. Alex Aurelius as a Pokemon trainer. He's got both lanterns, 2 of my favorite Pokemon, or more, 2 of my favorite Pokemon, what am I saying? 2 variations of my favorite Pokemon is what I meant to say. And on his hat, he has a little Haunter, which, you know, is a super cool detail. And as you can see, he has no torso, or no torso, and the reason for that is because, similar to Lantern camouflaging in the sea, Alex also uses techniques to camouflage him in his Pokemon gym battle, and he's got the coolest sunglasses and the coolest hat ever. So thumbs up for Mr. Aurelius. Alright YouTube, so I just got back from the movie, and I'll say I absolutely loved it, so I'm going into my spoiler-free thoughts. So this movie was actually very different than what I expected it to be, and that's all for the better. It was very creative. I thought the runtime was perfect. It was under 2 hours, which I thought it's a little unconventional, but worked really well with this movie. Unfortunately though, and I did promise spoiler free, but I did kind of get a minor spoiler before seeing this movie. But the good news is that I completely forgot about that minor spoiler, so the reveal that came towards the midsection of the movie came as a surprise to me, even though I was like, oh yeah, I remember hearing that, which honestly I'm glad that I didn't watch the full second trailer. I only found out the little minor spoiler they threw in there. But I will say I really enjoyed the characters, both the minor characters and the lead actor and actress, who I know from The Boys and Heretic, respectively. I really like both these actors a lot, and hope to see them in more projects, hopefully in the new DC movies, because like I mentioned in my Heretic vlog, I thought the 2 girls from that movie were great, and I kind of want them as Starfire and Raven in James Gunn's Teen Titans movie, if that's actually coming out. I heard something about that being a Teen Titans movie, but I'll make a vlog for that a separate day. But you know, I also love throwing in references to other movies and series in my vlogs. As you guys know, I don't like to create things in a vacuum. I like being creative and unique and fun, which, speaking of which, this movie was creative, unique, and fun, and it was an honor being able to see this movie so early. And the theater was pretty crowded, which brought back fond memories of back when movie theaters were crowded. I'm glad those days are coming back, that people are going back to the movies, that we're all enjoying movies and having fun. So yeah, overall, look forward to the February sketchbook tour. Shout out Husky for the beats. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more soon. Goodbye.